Okay, Justin, you know me. Every morning I peruse automotive news. This headline crossed today. Is Ford trolling Tesla? Farley says, quote, just helpful. The subheading, just let me get it out there, initial owners of the F-150 Lightning have shared images online of an adapter that came with their pickup, enabling them to charge Teslas. All right, you want to break this down? Is Ford really going after Tesla? And is that a good move?
I would think it's a definitive yes. Let me tell you why. Ford has beat Tesla to the most coveted electric segment among automotive EV lovers, among just car buyers in general. Zach, what's the number one top selling vehicle, not EV, just vehicle in the U.S.?
Probably going to be, I don't know, the Kia Rio.
Come on, Zach.
Ford F-150, the F-Series.
Yes. Ford has beat Tesla to the electric truck segment. That's a big deal because a few years ago, I'm talking 3 years ago actually, Tesla unveiled the Cybertruck, but you know what Ford has that Tesla doesn't? An electric truck for sale.
They're like the only one outside of Rivian, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. The Hummer. The Hummer, yeah.
Does that count? I mean, to me it doesn't really count.
Yeah,
No. But for starting at $40,000, if you can somehow dodge the dealer markups, you can get an F-150 Lightning electric truck that offers 230 miles of range with a standard battery, vehicle-to-load capability, which is just out of this world, and apparently a Tesla adapter to jumpstart stranded Teslas?
Yeah. You're telling me that's not trolling? I'm fairly certain that's called trolling.
Yeah,
also, with
trolling.
the Model E stuff, come on now. Like, we already know Ford and Tesla had the back and forth over the Model E trademark. I mean, yeah.
Yep. I imagine Ford CEO Jim Farley with like his bedroom full of Tesla posters, just Tesla posters everywhere.
Yes.
Definitely striving to take some of the market share away from Tesla. The Mustang Mach-E has been quite successful. The number one thing holding back Ford's Mustang Mach-E has actually been the supply shortage. They can't make enough. But they're still selling roughly 7,000 Mustang Mach-E's per quarter. Tesla, on the other hand, is selling hundreds of thousands of EVs. So is Ford really catching up to Tesla? I think we know the answer to that.
Wondering what your car's worth? Get a free valuation at YAA. It's just a click away.
Do you think we end up with kind of like a new big three? You know, like it's not GM, Ford, and I don't know, I guess like Stellantis, but before it was Stellantis. You know, like do we end up with a new big three in EV? Like maybe it's the Hyundai Kia conglomerate, Ford and Tesla. So maybe Ford poking the bear a little bit. It's just them saying, hey, we're up on that threshold eventually with the Teslas of the world.
I think we are headed there. We don't know what the big three will be yet. However, we got to keep this in mind. Let's have a reality check, okay? In the first quarter of 2022, Ford was still only 4.5% of U.S. EV market share. 4.5%. That was down since 2021 because of the supply shortage. I mean, I wouldn't call that big three, but maybe someday. Maybe someday.
Hey, you got to talk the talk before you walk the walk. Speaking of talking the talk, it is interesting when you think about Ford and Tesla. They both have prolific CEOs. Obviously, Tesla CEO is way more prolific than Jim Farley is over at Ford. But Jim Farley has gone out and he's doing his own podcast, for example, outside of his Ford responsibilities, building more of a public persona. It is interesting. I think the two are kind of... Actually, to be very clear, I think Elon's off in his own world. Definitely off in his own world. I don't mean that in a degrading or belittling. Like, the guy, he's a genius and he's done incredible things. Farley's like trying to get to that world. Farley's trying to be as visionary and do the same thing. It feels a little like Farley's trying to play catch up. Ford's trying to play catch up. They all see this shiny object. They're trying to chase it and catch it.
Yeah, I mean, just a few years ago, we had General Motors former executives saying that Tesla is doomed to fail. Nope, Tesla's not failing. They're not. They're still at, 3 out of 4 EV buyers in America chooses a Tesla. So Ford is obviously wanting a piece of that pie. But I think there's something interesting that not a lot of people are noticing with this whole Ford-Tesla business.
Let's hear it.
There are layers to how Ford is throwing shade and trolling Tesla.
Okay.
There are layers to it. It almost seems like Ford is kind of sort of going at other aspects of Tesla's business model, not just electric trucks. Ford made sure to include very, very capable vehicle to load with the F-150 Lightning. That means that the F-150 Lightning can essentially replace the Tesla Powerwall that many Tesla diehard fans pay tens of thousands of dollars to get installed at their home. This is a truck that is a rolling Powerwall. I mean, the F-150 Lightning with the extended range battery has a 131 kilowatt hour battery. You know how much power, how much energy storage the Tesla Powerwall has?
100?
13.5 kilowatt hours.
Oh, no, I was way off.
Yeah, 13.5 kilowatt hours in the Tesla Powerwall versus 131 kilowatt hours in a fully charged F-150 Lightning with the extended range battery. What I'm saying is that I think Ford is up to something here. They're seeing that I'm not saying they're going to, but if they're going to have a chance of catching up to Tesla at all, they've got to think outside of the box and give it everything they've got. And it looks like Ford is doing that with the F-150 Lightning.
Now, final question for you when it comes to Ford and Tesla. How long do you think the Tesla fleet continues to use transit vans, Ford transit vans, as their mobile service vehicles? Because something tells me Elon's in a room somewhere saying, we need to stop using those damn Ford transit vans yesterday.
A long time. Tesla keeps delaying their future projects. I mean, I can't blame them. Look at how every automaker is affected by the supply shortage, but your point is well taken, Zach. It's an awkward place to be if you're Tesla and Ford. It
definitely is. All right, well, we'll keep a pulse on this story. Something tells me there will be a few more punches publicly thrown over the coming months here. Actually, I would make a very, very justifiably large bet that that's going to happen.
For sure, Zach, for sure.
Thanks as always, Justin.
Thank you.